Hello, this is X here. Today we're back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're going to be doing an updated deck profile of my Exodia delay deck. So, a few changes since the last time we had a look, but this is a bit different build, and I think personally it's a lot better than the one I had. So, to start up, of course, you need the 5 Exodia pieces. I use the premium gold ones because I think they look swag. Yes, I know, I used the word swag. Get it. And we have 2 card Ds, very useful to be able to get quick draws away if you're in a situation. I use 2 Matty in the Time Lords. These are to summon if you don't have anything on the field and then send all your opponent's monsters back to their hand. Very useful, especially if you haven't got anything to protect yourself as a backup. 1 Kribo, just for an extra bit of defense. 2-0 Gardener, so if you summon this onto the field, excuse me, and your opponent's next turn when they attack, you can distribute it, you won't take any damage on, and nothing else can be destroyed as well, monsters wise. 2 Swift Scarecrow to end the battle phase when your opponent attacks. 2 Battle Fader, a bit more defense. When they attack, you can set this in defense position, so you've got a little bit of defense extra. Another little monster card to the deck. Next, we move on to traps. We have 1 Jar of Greed. Keep it on top of there. We have 2 Reckless Greeds. Best advice for using, if you're going to use 2 of these, maybe you could go 3, is to use them all in one turn, because if you use 2 of them, you still only get to 2 turn reduction on drawing cards, so you won't be able to draw for 2 turns because it doesn't stack, which is really good. You have 2 Legacy of Yetagarasu, just for that draw, a bit more drawing power. Now we start to get into the defensive traps. We've got Negate Attack, ends the battle phase when your opponent attacks. 2 Threatening Roars to stop your opponent attacking altogether. We have Baku to stop the damage when they attack. And we have some of the newer cards in the deck. So in this deck I use the Hope for Escape gift card one. So see, let's try to get these all in view. I use 3 Hope for Escapes. So 3 Hope for Escapes and 3 gift cards. Now the best card, so essentially this card, for every 2,000 points your opponent is above you, you get to draw a card, which is OP as fuck if you get it right. This is why these bad boys come in. So essentially, there is also another deck which you could use, which is combining this with, instead of this, you put bad reaction to Samochian, and essentially these are 1-hit KO your opponent. But that's for this book, because draw power for the win. So essentially, you want to get these, you want to use all of these first, or maybe 2 of these, and then use your Hope for Escapes to draw as many cards as you can. I managed to pull off a combo one time where I managed to use 2 of these and draw 18 cards in 1 turn, which won me the game. So it is pretty powerful. You can get a bit unlucky if you don't get any of these or any of these for quite a while. You can start to struggle, but apart from that, it is a pretty sound combination there. So next we move on to spells. We have Swords Within Light, stop them a second. Nightmare Steel Cage. I use a Magical Mallet in this deck. It's just if you don't have anything good in your hand and you happen to have this, you can just reshuffle and maybe get something good. 2 Pot of Dualities. A 1 Day of Peace, also to stop from main damage and also to draw. 2 Hand Destructions. These are very good because you can it makes sense in a bit. You can discard maybe an Exodia piece and something else with this and then draw 2 cards. An Upstart Goblin. And the next 2 which are quite good are White Elephant's Gift. Essentially, for this one, you'd have to summon an Exodia piece to the field and then use this on it and it'll draw 2 cards, which is really good. And then you combo this in with 2 Dark Factories of Mass Production in order to get those 4 back, which you'd use. The reason Hand Destruction is you can either, say you could Hand Destruction 1 of the Elephant's Gifts and an Exodia piece, and then use 2 Elephant Gifts and then discard another one for Hand Destruction. So it's an easy way of getting that back as well. The only problem I do say, if you use these and then say these get discarded or banished, it is game. Because if you can't get Exodia pieces back, it is GG. But still a pretty solid deck. Yeah, so that's really it for the deck profile. I really enjoy using this type of deck. I think it's great fun to draw with, and I personally really enjoy playing it. And it is very consistent overall. I say if you get like a gift card, a Hope for Escape, say Battle Fader, Swift Scarecrow, and let's say a Jar of Greed in your first hand, you're pretty much set up. So you can then activate the gift card, you know, to get rid of to get your opponents with life points. Also, Goblin would be a good start to get as well, because that also gives your opponent 1,000 life points. So this start works well in this deck. Shame it was limited. If it wasn't too limited, then this deck would be more OP as fuck. And also with a chicken game and stuff like that as well, makes this deck just more powerful. So far, there's a few more shuffles here, and we should do an example hand, and we should see, you know, what sort of combos you could potentially do with this. So if we do that, and so hopefully this will be shuffled well enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go second, then 2 Exodia pieces. It's not the best start, but it's good. So if you go second, you get to draw. You got a possibility, so you can then set your legacy down, use your pot to get the next 3 out, which would be those, which is absolutely amazing. So you get that, shuffle them 2 back in. Don't worry, this won't take much longer. Just a little bit of a tactic. And what you can do for this turn is set your Boku down, summon card ID, and then draw your last 2 cards for the turn. And then you can see what your opponent wants to do. Then you can use your legacy and your Waboku for protection this turn. And also, of course, you get another card, and the combos just keep continuing. So hand destruction, you could get rid of right leg, and probably magical mallet would be my choices, and then draw 2. Method of Time Lord or Threatening Roar probably on that occasion. Yes, there's just so many different combos you can pull off with this deck, which is why it's one of my favourites to use. Okay, if you enjoyed this, please punch like button, leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter, link down below as always. So that's been to say, thank you so much for watching. I've been X and I shall see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video.